Rebecca here from Charity Digital News, and I'm here with the CEO of GlobalGiving UK, Eleanor Harrison. So, would you like to give us a bit of a background about GlobalGiving UK, just to start off with?
Yeah, no, definitely. You might not know this, but GlobalGiving was actually the first crowdfunding platform in the world back in 2002, and we're all about helping small charities to thrive. So helping them get money, helping them get skills, and helping them get knowledge, and all about using digital.
So do you think crowdfunding is going to be a big thing in 2015?
I think that crowdfunding will be important for some charities, and I think it's an excellent way to both engage your existing donor base online and access new supporters. It's not the be-all and end-all, so it's never one size fits all. So I think it can help people access individual donors in new and exciting ways, but you should definitely be putting it in your fundraising plan as a whole so that you can maximise your sustainability.
I see. Okay, and do you think the rise of digital, is that a good disruption to the charity sector at the moment?
I think that digital should be a really good positive disruption in the charity sector, and I think the best of digital is disrupting the charity sector. I think we're seeing more innovation, we're seeing new people come to the market with new ideas and new ways of helping people in need. So I think that's really good. I think the challenge of digital is that as it becomes more sophisticated and there's more services, then the power of brands still really matters, and so you now need to invest in marketing and communications in a way that you never did before, and that's really hard for small charities with very lean staff and volunteer teams. So I want digital to kind of make the level playing ground of the charity sector fairer, because there are great smaller charities doing formidable work, and we can use digital because there's free digital tools out there so that you can grow your donor base, grow awareness, do things in more efficient ways. But there's a lot of noise, and I think that can create a bit of fear and it can create a bit of exhaustion. So digital will, but we've got to take it really firm, because if you look at what's happened in the commercial sector, we've seen much more radical change than we've seen in the charity sector yet. But I'm an optimist, so we're going to see more and better.
Brilliant. And so what digital innovations do you have in store for GlobalGiving?
So for GlobalGiving, we're really passionate about constantly innovating.
Mm-hmm.
We do not always get things right, but we're really happy to push out, you know, what we call in the commercial sector minimal viable products and test them and do better. So our innovations for this year is we've been doing a lot of work around big data and how can we use big data, both quantitative and qualitative, to help charities to do better work. Because what's really different about GlobalGiving is that we're passionate about helping small charities to thrive, so that means not only getting money through the door, but doing better with that money. So we're giving people that data back for free. We've been having an effectiveness dashboard for the last 9 months, and we're constantly iterating on that. So can we give you data for free? It didn't take you time to generate it, and through that information, can we help you to deliver better work? So I think that's going to be our most exciting innovation. For some of the other creative things we do around crowdfunding, it's going to be about making them better and stronger.
Right. And what role do you think digital will play for small charities in 2015 in particular?
I think that online fundraising is going to be incredibly important, both kind of crowdfunding but also ongoing. GlobalGiving is about using crowdfunding to kickstart your online fundraising journey. It doesn't end when the crowdfunding campaign ends. But I also think it's about communications and marketing. So how can you use the digital tools and platforms to help people know about your work and bring them along with you on your journey?
Okay. And as a charity, have you ever experienced any digital blunders, and what have you learned from those?
Absolutely. So GlobalGiving, we like to say that we're a lean startup and that we're very nimble, adaptive, responsive, but that also means that we like to do things fast. And so the digital blunders that we've made is GlobalGiving, myself and my colleague Rachel, we won the UK Fail Festival last March for this.
Oh, really?
So it's a good example. So we run match funding campaigns for small charities to make it easy for people to donate to them. So last March we ran a 50% match on our platform. I'm about to do it again, but this time I won't make this blunder. So we skim read the terms and conditions. Our tech team missed something very simple, which is an AM and PM. Because we now get so much information, we all skim read. You shouldn't skim read everything. And so I accidentally started the match campaign 12 hours early, and before I'd even arrived at work, all the money had been used by great inspiring charities, and I had to put more money into the campaign that I hadn't planned for, because otherwise it wouldn't have been fair to the people that had read our emails thinking that it started at 12 noon. So that's about going too fast, but because one of our values is commitment to exceptional service, we put in extra money, and then we did dedicated fundraising ourselves to plug the gap. But it was a really classic digital blunder of skim reading, and it was also challenging because my tech are based in the US, so they were several hours behind me, so I had to wait for them to get out of bed. It was a good experience. I learned from it.
You've learned from it, yeah, and that's the important thing.
Actually, I've got another really good digital blunder, which I think lots of readers of Charity Digital News will have fallen into. So we're all passionate about the cloud. So we use Google Drive. I think it's a great service, but obviously the first time that somebody leaves your organisation and their account gets deleted, you lose their files. You always have to transfer ownership. You never had to used to do that in a traditional server. So I'm sure there's people that have also had the issue where I've lost information.
Right.
So you only do it once, you never do it again. But that's also a classic blunder. And for anybody that hasn't done that yet, don't do it.
Okay, great advice. And what would your top online fundraising tips for small charities be if they've got a low budget?
My absolutely top tip, which we kind of deliver in free training for small charities, is network mapping. So it is absolutely, you map your primary, secondary and tertiary network, who you personally know, who your team know, who your trustees know, their email addresses, their phone numbers, how they're related to you, how connected they are to your charity. And then, you know, whilst you might be getting them to donate online, it is about phone calls and face-to-face and personal interaction, but very much using that network and seeing who can be your champions to build a bigger network. Because when you're a team of 3 or 4, you need to build at least 10 champions. Network mapping is more important than anything else. If you build a good network map, you can build a good campaign, you can build good email comms, you can build good social media, but you cannot do it on your own. And digital is about the power of the crowd, so you've got to take your crowd with you. So do it, and don't do it once, do it every 3 months.
Okay. And last year we saw a rise of viral fundraising campaigns such as Ice Bucket Challenge and No Makeup Selfie. What do you think made those campaigns so successful?
I think they were really interesting, and I think that they were successful because it was about peers, and it was about peer-to-peer support, and it was relational. And all fundraising is about relationships, and actually brand wasn't dominant. So lots of charities benefited from both No Makeup Selfie and the Ice Bucket Challenge, but people had fun. It was frivolous, but it brought back that relationship and that care, and that was the most important thing. I know that different organisations kind of jumped on it, but that relationship from one person to another was the most important. It could also be the biggest risk, but we'll see in the future. So
do you think that viral fundraising is the fundraising of the future?
I don't think it's the fundraising of the future. I think we will see some phenomenally successful viral fundraising campaigns in 2015 and beyond, but I think they will be very hard to predict. I think that they will tend to be quirky and fun, and it will have to be something that captures people's imagination. But I think where they fall down is in terms of the sustainability. And so from a mission perspective, you know, the charity sector is there to help people thrive. Viral fundraising can help you get a kickstart to your fundraising, but you're not going to keep going back to donate to No Makeup Selfie. And so I just have a little bit of fear in the risk. So 5 years down the line, a bit like door-to-door fundraising, people will have had enough. But that's not yet. We're going to see something really fun and engaging this year that will come from some unknown quarter. I hope it comes from Africa.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.